episode 174, Gracefully and Frankly. I'm Erin Davis.
I'm Lisa Brandt. Happy tax deadline day, unless you're self-employed.
Oh, yeah. And are you done?
Oh, ages ago.
Oh, good for
I
you.
did it before I left for my trip. Like, I'm crazy. Just want to get it over with, get it done. So it's long been done. Yep.
Ah, very good.
What about you?
Well, thankfully, Rob takes care of all that for me. But you know what's funny? And I just realized it the other day. I don't know if it's superstition or what it is, but if we're ever getting money back, he won't tell me how much because he doesn't want to jinx it.
Because suddenly there's something you like that's about the same amount? Is that the idea?
Get out of his head. You both know me better than I do. He said,
That's funny.
So don't go spending that money. I think it's about this amount, but don't go spending it. So, no, I'm not going to. But it crossed my mind a little bit.
I don't even know what a refund is, honey. So,
Yeah.
You enjoy if you get one. That's good.
Yeah, that's why we're quiet about it, because it's like, no, this never happens. But he's gone over his work again and again and again. He said, unless it's the tax program that's screwing us over. Who knows? But you know what? I thought it being tax deadline day, you might need a little bit of a lightener. So I wanted to give you a beauty tip, Lisa. Not that you need one. Certainly.
Oh, always, always.
No. But did you know that your lip color, your lipstick color is supposed to match your nipples?
What?
I didn't know either, but I'm never being invited into Shoppers on Senior's Day again.
Oh, my goodness. Oh.
There you go. Oh,
Thanks for that.
you're welcome. Okay, it's almost May. I can't believe it. It's time for the Jays to get their act together. But tell me, now you're almost, a week and a half since you've gotten back on Terra Canadiana. Does it feel like your whole Eastern European trip is just like a dream, or it happened to somebody else, or what?
Yeah, totally. If I didn't have pictures, and of course I have a million, I would wonder if it really happened.
Wow.
I went from traveling with my cousin and seeing her every second of every day pretty much to now, boom, she's back in Calgary. And yeah, it's just a very strange feeling. But it's like that with any trip, isn't it?
It is. You spend so much time planning and anticipating, and then when it's over, you go, oh, it's already over.
Yeah, well, that's the whole thing about enjoying it in the moment, because I was ready to come home. So I wasn't sad that it was over, really, and I was happy when it was going on. But, I had my feet having some problems and stuff like that. So it was...
Blisters and stuff, yeah. And you're writing a blog about that, and it's going to be linked at our Gracefully and Frankly Facebook page tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm going to look for some input on shoes, because my cousin was very smart and I was not. And maybe other people who have done a lot of walking have some ideas too.
Well, do me a favor. Past Erin would like present Lisa to do this. Please, all your photos, just put names on them.
Oh.
I was looking the other night for pictures from our Ama Waterways Tulip Time cruise, because it was exactly this time, about 7 years ago. Lisa, do you think I can find them? It's just... Oh, I'm so angry with myself.
Yeah, well, it's easy to do. You're busy and putting things aside. I get that.
No, there's no excuse. I'm just lazy. But I did love that picture of you and your cousin on no, I'm not supposed to call it a tricycle. What was that three-wheeled thing that you were on?
I thought that was so funny. Tricycle. It's just called a trike. It's a three-wheel electric trike, and it's almost impossible to tip, which is great because of the cobblestone streets.
Yay.
So you just have to trust it. But my motorcycle skills really came in handy. I'll tell you, though, I wanted to book segways for us. This was in Prague, and they don't allow segways anymore. So the company is still called like Segway Tours or something like that, but you ride either an electric bicycle or an electric trike. Well, we wanted to go two up, so Barbie was on the back and I drove.
So that was Prague, and I know that you've got so many more stories. And does it feel like it's further away and you're like, well, I'm kind of over it, or what's your take on that?
Well, I don't know. I wrote two really comprehensive blog posts about it that I put on our page, and I just kind of think if people really want to hear about it, they can seek it out. I don't want to just dominate the whole thing and I did this and I did that. So that's just kind of how I was thinking. Maybe it is because I have a little time away from it.
Okay, well, let me ask you some questions
Sure.
about travel in general. What was the tipping culture like? And remind us the 3 countries you visited.
Right. We went to Poland, Czechia, and then to Croatia. And
Okay.
it was pretty much the same everywhere. They didn't have a consistent tipping culture in any of the countries. Either sometimes they'd include it in the bill, sometimes it would be extra. There were a couple places where I said, just getting coffee or whatever, where's your tip thing? Oh, no, we don't accept tips. So it was kind of all over the place. But once we noticed that it was automatically put on a bill once, we did ask every time, just to make sure, because there were a couple times, because they only put 10% on. So there were a few times that we topped it up because we felt they deserved more. In fact, our last night in Croatia, the dinner was so amazing. The service was fantastic. Everything was wonderful about this little tiny restaurant that we tipped about 30% just because we were just overjoyed. And I like having that freedom to do that.
Okay, so everybody talks about the prices here. Price of food is so expensive. It's so costly to go out for meals and stuff here. So what were the prices like there? I don't want to compare apples and pierogies, but what did you experience in terms of meals out? Because all your meals were out.
Yeah. Poland, I'd say, was comparable to here. Croatia was comparable to here. But in Prague, in the Czech Republic, much more expensive.
Ah.
But you know what? You've been there. You're riding like on a magical wind of beauty and everything, and you almost get caught up in this, well, whatever it costs, the hell, I'm on vacation. I mean, you're not going to quibble when you're away. You need to have coffee. You need to eat. You need to do whatever. So they had bowls of coffee.
Where was that?
That was in Prague. We went to a lot of little different one-off coffee shops, but in the morning we didn't want to mess around, so we went to Costa Coffee, which I think is kind of like their Starbucks. And it had massive, like they were bowls. They weren't just mugs. You drank them like a mug, but they were bowls, and they were just amazing.
I love it already.
Oh, yeah. It was fantastic. And they made whatever, flat white or cappuccino or just a regular coffee, whatever. And so we always knew we could get a giant coffee to start the day. So that's where we started out.
Well, let's take a quick coffee break here because I hear our own percolator. We could make them 5 bowls of coffee if you want, but thanks to Gail Rickman, who also wrote a lovely note when she went on gracefullyandfrankly.com and clicked the Buy Us a Coffee button. You want to read that?
Gail said, thank you for sharing your stories, insights, and laughter. Also, thank you for being vulnerable. It encourages me to be the same. We need to be able to share our successes, dreams, and doubts with those who will go on the ride and give us a hug. Right you are, Gail. Thank you.
Oh, and sometimes literally in the case of the trike and your cousin. That's wonderful. Thank you so much, Gail. As Lisa said, just go to gracefullyandfrankly.com. Shop around a little bit, too. Mother's Day isn't far off, and if you're lucky enough to have your mom, or you are a mom, and you want to make some hints about some nice heart-shaped pendants, and a few other curated items there, too, including our Gracefully and Frankly t-shirts, just to have at it. It's all right there. Talked about one of our favorite things, coffee. Can we move to chocolate now? Did you actually go to a chocolate museum?
Yeah, in Croatia, in Zagreb, a beautiful museum that's all about chocolate. Your ticket to get in is a box with little dividers in it, and when you see a certain symbol, you're supposed to open the box and eat the chocolate that goes along with it. It's amazing. You start out chewing a coffee bean. It's not good, and they have a place where you can spit it out, but they just want you to get an idea. And then you end up with a spoon in your little box that you can put under these dispensers and try different liquid chocolate. I mean, it's really cool.
Gosh.
Yeah, it was really neat. And I picked up some stuff, some fun facts about chocolate, Erin, that I had no idea about.
Oh, good.
You know when you pick up a bar of chocolate and you see 87% cacao or whatever? They put all the ingredients on the front. That's because there was an international study done in 1850 of all the chocolate companies, and they found that 1/3 of them were putting brick dust into the chocolate to stretch it out and make it last. Yeah, so then there became laws and rules after that. Like, you can't put brick dust in your chocolate.
Well, that's good to know.
Can you imagine?
No, I can't.
It was the only cheap filler, I guess, that they could find. So a couple of companies didn't survive that scandal, and the rest went, oh, no problem, we're going to. But it was about a third of companies worldwide, so it wasn't people like Nestle or anybody like that. But
okay.
Yeah, so that's why they state their ingredients on the front.
Well, that's very interesting. And did you have a favorite chocolate that was unusual? Something you got hooked on that, of course, you can't get in Canada?
No, but I don't know that I've ever had a ruby chocolate before. I may have, but I can't remember it. And so the 4 types they had were milk, dark chocolate, white, and ruby. And I really enjoyed the ruby. But they also, when they give it to you and tell you about it, they also tell you how much sugar's in it. And you kind of go, oh, like white chocolate is more sugar and all that kind of stuff. So, but It was really fun to try it. It was so much fun to learn and see about it.
Yeah. And how about language? Now, I know different languages, and you had the app, and this has been our year of playing with languages. So any language barriers on your travels to Eastern Europe, Lisa?
Well, I think there were a few, but we worked through it. The funniest one was in Warsaw when we first got there and got some postcards, and the kid that we bought them from was trying to tell us where the post office was to get stamps, and all he could get out was pharmacy. So the next day we went to the pharmacy, and they've got like giant pills in the front to tell you it's a pharmacy and everything. And I walked in and I said to the pharmacist, he realized I could speak English, so he did too.
Yeah.
And I said, I understand you have stamps. And he looked at me blankly and he said, no, they have those next door at the post office.
Oh, so there you go. Okay.
I think the kid was trying to say next door, but he didn't know how. So we had a few little things like that were just amusing, but everybody tried and we tried too.
Good. So any moments of, hey, I'm Canadian, you're Canadian? Because you saw when we were together in Mexico, if anybody had like a hockey logo or a Blue Jays logo or a Maple Leaf pin or whatever, I was drawn to them and I would start up a conversation because me. But what about you? Were you and Barbara looking for maple leaves or anything that showed you were with fellow Canadians?
We were looking for them, but we really didn't see them. We had somebody yell out at us when we were on the trike because I had maple leaf somewhere, I think on my bag, and somebody yelled out Canada. One guy said sorry to me in a restaurant, and I said, you're not Canadian, are you? And he said, no, I'm German. And then we talked to somebody in the Chocolate Museum, actually, from Florida, who said he wished he was Canadian.
Oh.
He would much rather be Canadian. So there's a long story in there about him. He told a very long story about moving to another state where he felt his vote would count more and stuff like that. Totally unprompted.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we'd had a little conversation like that, but we didn't really run into any other Canadians where we had an extended discussion about our love for Canada.
Well, we can always express that here, especially in our sponsors. We're so proud to have not just one, but 2 Canadian sponsors. Sierra Sil. Oh, and they always have great promotions. Like right now, Sierra Sil, go to their website. They're doing this kind of a you could win sort of a thing. That's very cool because you want to try Sierra Sil. You want to get in on the anti-inflammatory, the capsules, the spray, the pet chews, leaps and bounds. And of course, you can get a discount just from using the code GF. 14% off because Joint Formula 14 promises you'll feel a difference in your joint pain within 14 days of starting it, following directions, of course, because you're smart. Just don't go to the pharmacy, go to the post office. No, in this case, they will send it to you, or you go to London Drugs or wherever Sierra Sil's available. Start it, try it, and go to sierrasil.com for all the details and that GF code for 14% off.
And of course, Envy Pillow is ready for Mother's Day. They're having a buy one gorgeous black adjustable soft sleep mask. Now, you have one of these, right?
Oh, my gosh. I love it, Lisa. And it helped me to sleep in a bright family room when I was visiting in Ottawa a month and a half ago or so. It was brilliant and so comfortable.
I might have to get one. So, well, maybe two. Maybe I'll get one and give one away because it's buy one, get the second one, or a queen-size silk pillowcase, 50% off. And you can't beat that. Check that out at envypillow.com, envypillow.com, and take advantage of that sale before Mother's Day.
Absolutely. Or do it for yourself. Sometimes, instead of risking getting something that plugs in and not in a good way for Mother's Day, get yourself something nice.
Yeah.
Well, Lisa, while you were away, of course, we ran some favorite moments in episode 172. And by the way, thank you for listening. It was a little bit different for us, and we really did try and find some moments that would resonate, that would make you laugh. But remember, in 172, I told you I met Marcia, who lives in Toronto.
Yes.
And I met her on the flight from Victoria to Toronto.
Yeah.
Well, she promised to call, and she did, because one of our best of bits was about float tanks we discussed.
Right,
okay, so take it away, Marcia.
Marcia here. Your experience with the float tank. My question is, have you tried cold plunges yet? And if not, let me know when you do, when you thaw out.
Oh.
My float tank is a garden tub, a deep garden tub, filled with lots of waters and overflowing bubbles.
Oh.
So we both have different things that we like to choose.
Wow. Thank you so much for leaving that message, and we'll tell you how to do that in a second. But yeah, have we tried cold plunges?
I have, and we have friends who are devoted to that. They ordered something from Norway or something that's a cold plunger, and they are evangelists about it and tried to get us to do it. It's not happening for me at all. There are ways I will push myself, but that's not one of them. Have you tried it?
Well, you and I went to a spa back in the before times when we visited Palm Springs, remember? And there was that cold tank, and I went into it, I think, up to my shoulders very quickly. No, I hate being cold.
Me too.
Yeah, that's not for me. But they can be good for you by reducing muscle soreness. They can decrease inflammation or boost your mood, well, I guess, and improve your mental resilience. And it's usually got to be water that's colder than 60 Fahrenheit or 15 Celsius or something.
Oh, yeah. In fact, if you want to give it a try, our friends say just get a couple of bags of ice and put them into a cold tub. And it's like you had me or you lost me at ice. That's just not going to happen.
Yeah. No, thank you. No. It's supposedly the stress response that over time that improves your stress regulation and cardiovascular function, but there can be strain on your heart too because there's a spike in heart rate and blood pressure.
Right. And these particular friends are going to kill me when they hear this. But the other thing is they go from hot tub to cold plunge, hot tub. And that's their thing. Oh. And I mean, a lot of people swear by it. And I say, fill your boots. Go for it. I'll see you back in the house with a hot coffee. Thank you.
Yeah, I can barely make it from the hot tub into the house. It's that 30 seconds in between is just cold enough for me.
Torture.
Yeah, no thanks. Although this is a Nordic thing. There are so many places, and in Canada too, where it's hot tub into the lake, hot tub into the lake, or the sauna, and then into the lake. So they recommend if you're going to try it, Marcia, limit immersion to 30 seconds to a few minutes. Start slowly, breathe deeply, and never go alone.
Right, because that 30 seconds will feel like 7 hours.
Thank you so much for leaving us a voicemail, and you can leave one too. Go to gracefullyandfrankly.com. Look for the little icon.
Yeah, it's a little microphone in the bottom right.
And then just leave a message. You've got 2 minutes to do it. If you go over, call back, finish what you had to say, and we'll put it all together. And thanks for being part of our show. We really appreciate it.
Hey, we were talking about the high prices of groceries.
Yeah.
Well, apparently one way to mitigate that is to not send your husband.
Oh.
It's a sexist kind of approach, but honest to goodness, in my house, it's the absolute truth. Women go grocery shopping on a mission. Men rush. They will just grab stuff. I still can't get Derek to take the time to look at those little labels that will tell you how much something costs per 100 grams.
Right.
So if he sees sale, then that automatically means good. It's just a different kind of shopping. I don't know. I think Rob, though, is an excellent shopper, isn't
Yes, he is. Absolutely. I mean, he goes to Costco every couple of weeks because it's near a place where he visits a friend who has dementia. And so part of his trip is always to go to Costco. And he will send me photos of the nutrition information on something and say, is this good for you? And it's so thoughtful. Now, when you're at Costco, quite often, we just grab things and go. But you really have to know at Costco whether it's a good deal or if it's just a big container, you know?
Right, right. So this was a story in MoneyWise, just in case you think we're making this up. And you're absolutely right, because sometimes, for example, in the grocery store, like the smaller item will go on sale, but it's the bigger item that's the deal, or vice versa. And it's really, I mean, any of us that go all the time know what that's like. But I send my husband out and I will say, okay, remember, we do not need bacon. We do not need this. Because he'll go, oh, I want, because he doesn't know what's in store, right?
In the freezer or whatever, because you have figured all of that out. You know what you've got, and you've got to have to make it through the next winter without eating each other.
But that's right. And he doesn't cook. Like, he just does not cook. So it's not something that's, you know, top of mind for him. And that's just how our household works. But yeah, oh my goodness. Here I am going, oh, maybe we'll try this generic brand this time because it's $1 less and see if it's any good. And he comes back with full price bacon that's, you know, half the size it used to be or whatever. So it totally rings true in our house. Absolutely. He needs to be supervised at the grocery store.
Sweet Derek. So just to be clear, we're not painting all husbands, partners, males with one brush. This was a story from, you said MoneyWise?
Yes, it's from MoneyWise, and it said that when women do more of the grocery shopping, you save money. When men do it, households spend about 5% more on similar items.
Interesting. I will never forget the time. My dad was a girl dad, 4 daughters. Forgive me if I've told you this story before, but it lived on forever in family lore. One of us, not me, because I was too young at the time, somebody had run out of pads. You know, whatever brand, Kotex, Stay Free, Go Free, whatever. So Mom didn't want to say in front of her parents, because we were staying with our grandparents in Alberta, you know, that we needed feminine supplies. God knows why. I'm pretty sure both Grandma and Granddad knew the birds and the bees. But Mom said, yeah, you got to go and buy reinforcements. And of course, what he came back with, he had a hell of a time finding it because it was small town Alberta, but a little red box of those circular white stickers that go in binders. Reinforcements.
Those are reinforcements. Oh, that's so funny.
Isn't it?
Yes.
Yep. Sometimes you cannot be too literal.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, Dad.
Yeah. So lucky we've got memories like that of our fathers who art in heaven. I should write something.
That's right.
So I've got this week's twits for you, my dear. Are you ready for
I'm ready.
This Week in Totally Stupid or Twits? Now, I just knew that on your travels you would not have seen this story because, you know, frankly, it wasn't front page news. It's not like somebody did something to try and get themselves a ballroom or, you know, something like that. Not like the king visiting the United States. Nothing like that. Okay. I think it might be the world's most creative Lego thief. Now, first of all, I didn't realize there is such a hot market for rare Lego pieces.
Oh, massive.
Yeah. I don't know. If you need one particular piece, you can go online or whatever and get that piece to complete whatever amazing creation you are doing with your Lego. A California man pilfered thousands of dollars in Lego toy sets from Target in a return-based scam. See, here's what he'd do. He would take the boxes of Lego, open the box, take out the pieces he wanted, and fill them with dried pasta before returning them.
What, not brick shavings? Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
That's right.
Terrible.
Yep.
Wow.
He's 28 years old, and he's accused of grand theft for allegedly stealing the Lego sets. And authorities said he was tied to at least 70 thefts of this kind across the United States, stacking up. They're building up to $34,000 in losses. But as police said, like most bad builds, this one didn't hold together. La, la, la. And another cop said, if your master plan involves swapping Legos for linguine, we can promise your plan will be cooked al dente. So anyway, he would open the packages, take out the pieces, and then replace them with pasta noodles. Can you imagine your little sister's kids opening up a Lego on Christmas morning and half of it is fusilli?
They have a Lego room. They have a room where they do nothing but play with Legos. It's got a desk all the way around. I mean, that would just be devastating for them.
Oh.
What a jerk.
I think no sentence could be more appropriate than to just make him walk on Lego pieces for an entire month or, I don't know, a year. What do you say?
That sounds good to me. Hey, how are Dottie and Livy doing?
Not a random question. We don't usually end asking, hey, how's your pet? How's your husband? How are your toes, Lisa? No, Livy is definitely in a puppy way. She today actually marks 4 weeks, and it's only an 8-week gestation. She was taken up to the breeder for a dirty night or two. You can't really tell, but she's getting a little rounder around her chest, actually, not so much her belly like we would. So it's hard to tell. We actually kind of watch to see if she goes off her food. And then on day 57 or 58, she goes in for a radiograph or something that tells us if there are puppies, how many puppies, and that sort of thing. But for people who weren't with us or didn't read my journal at erindavis.com or at our Gracefully and Frankly page where we link to all our blogs, including yours tomorrow about travel part 2.
Yeah.
Back in December of 2024, Dottie had her first litter, and really, she's part of a breeding program. We didn't really have a choice if we wanted this particular dog. You know that.
Sure.
And then Dottie had her 6 puppies, and that's where we met Livy, her quote-unquote sister, who was also in the maternity ward at the time. And Livy turned out to be actually kind of a nursemaid for Dottie. It was the funniest thing. Dottie kind of took it as time off at a spa, and Livy did all the cleanup and everything.
That's funny.
But long story short, we are obliged by contract to have these 2 sweeties give us 1 more litter each, and Dottie's just taking her sweet time. But anyway, that's the whole story, and we expect Livy to probably have puppies by about, I don't know, month tomorrow or so.
Fascinating process. And then, of course, does Dottie have a baby envy or anything?
Well, she was supposed to be bred around the same time, but she has taken her sweet time going into heat. I think, you know what I think, Lisa?
No.
I think Livy got back from her visit to her boyfriend and told Dottie all the worst stories, so she just doesn't want to do it.
Oh, like he didn't call her later, all those things.
No,
right? Yeah.
No. Maybe I should get her some lipstick that matches all of those nipples.
Jeez. And with that, ladies and gentlemen.
Have a great start to May, and we'll talk to you next week, Miss Lisa. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.